Hello everybody and welcome to a slightly strange Tears of the Kingdom hack. This hack's so strange it turns your game into The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and then applies a ROM hack to it. The ROM hack being All Hallows Eve. Eons ago in the mystical realm of All Hallow, embraced by shadowed woods and hills. Tales told of a council, powerful sorcerers with the ability to create new worlds. One day, war broke out among the council members, fracturing the group into pieces. From their conflict, 4 amulets of power were forged, symbols of their magic. To prevent further chaos, the amulets were hidden away, deep in the sanctuaries of All Hallow. This safeguard was to last for all time, stalling the council's eternal strife. But as centuries turned, memories faded, and those tales turned to mere whispers. Now I already have a save file, but that was just like a test save file to check the ROM hack actually works. We're going to name the character / save file Link, because I basically do that in every Zelda game. And I think you can name him in every Zelda game. Maybe with the exception of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Actually, now I think about it, I don't think you can name him anything in the first 2 games. Because I think in the first one, they probably don't refer to him. And the second game is called The Adventure of Link. I'm also not going to be reading the subtitles to you, I'm afraid. Now obviously this game isn't a mod for Tears of the Kingdom, and it is just a ROM hack for The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. The ROM hack is made by Jared Bryan, Jeimuzu or Muzu, Zabi89, Scawful and Letterbomb. As always, you'll find the mods in the description below, or in this case I should say ROM hack, as well as any pages that link to the creators. And now that that's out of the way, we'll carry on with the game. Now originally I was going to play this, well, closer to Halloween, because it is a Halloween ROM hack. But the game was delayed, I think, until the 10th of October? No, sorry, 10th of November. And I just never got around to playing it. It is also it's the first game I've played in quite some time that isn't Tears of the Kingdom on the channel. I'll try and give you enough time to read these. So, as you can see, there's a clear Halloween theme. There's some dead chickens here, and the trees are all dead. We also picked up some candy, I think, earlier. And that was like magic. Now, there are some clowns here blocking the way, which obviously aren't normally here in A Link to the Past. That is pretty scary. What have they got to say? I've got my eyes on you forever. That would almost be romantic if there wasn't 4 of them and they weren't dressed like clowns. Here you go. Oh, she gave me a sword and shield. That's actually a pretty good gift. If I got a gift and it was a sword and shield, I'd be pretty impressed. She's kind of scaring me now though. This is normally the monologue you give just before something horrible happens. There we go. It's taking me as well. Nice. Now, whoever this villain is, they've got the right idea. You just capture Link. Don't bother with Zelda, she can't really do much on her own. She vaguely has some like magic powers every once in a while, but she can't really do anything. Get rid of Link, you basically won. Although it would have made more sense just to sort of kill me and not imprison me permanently. You were knocking on death's door. I mean, he is correct, I did nearly kill myself with bombs. But I assume now we can actually start the game, since we can swing a sword. Now it has been a little bit of time since I've played A Link to the Past, so you might have to bear with me. And I was never that good at it to begin with. Now from what I do remember of the game though, enemies tend to do a lot of damage, but then the game also gives you a lot of fairies, or at least makes fairies really easy to get. Now from what the NPCs have said, the first dungeon should be around here. It's called like Pumpkin something, Pumpkin Hill, but I ain't gonna let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep. Down in Pumpkin Hill, I gotta find my lost piece. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics. Something something ghost got leery. This guy doesn't look too good. Looks blue. Pumpkin Patch. Okay, that's what the name of the place is. And we get the lamp, which is a pretty old Zelda item. You obviously don't get it in the newer games. I think it fires fireballs out or something. So it's not really a lamp. It's more of a magical flamethrower. And yeah, it uses our little magic bar there. There we go, there's a fairy. I think that's the first one we've seen there. Now I am getting a little bit of a maze theme from this place, so you might have to bear with me. Can I light any of the pumpkins on fire? The answer is no.
I ain't gonna let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep down in Pumpkin Hill, I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere.
So it looks like I finally found the exit, or at least one exit of the pumpkin maze. I was not expecting a stack of Goombas. I wonder if Goombas are like actually stackable. You know, like tins, how you can stack them and they fit together? I wonder if Goombas are the same. Note to self, try and avoid fighting stacks of Goombas because they're actually quite strong. Now if I could get some life here, that would be pretty good. Okay, so avoid weird blue things because they're mines that someone has planted. Now I'm getting a little bit scared of all these Goombas now because they seem to be everywhere. I would really like that rupee though. I don't know how much 5 is. I think 5 is 10. Oh no, red is 20. I always forget the amounts because I think they vary from Zelda game to Zelda game. I think green is pretty much always 1. Blue is 5. I always thought red was 10. Whoa, 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 what's this guy doing? Some guerrilla warfare hiding in a bush. That's evil. I mean, I guess it makes sense, considering it's a Halloween hack. He did give me some health though, actually, so it was a net positive. This is the problem, when you play a ROM hack or a mod for a game that you maybe haven't played in a while, you kind of forget which parts of the game are original and which parts have been added on. You get it a lot with Bethesda games, and people talk about like certain weapons or quests or features that are actually a mod, but because they only play with the mods on, they forget that it's not actually originally in the game. I think I must have missed something here because I am completely lost. Well, I'm not lost, but I just have no idea where to go. How on earth did I not realise there is a pumpkin that is like 3 times the size of the others and has a mouth that looks like you can go in? Okay, we finally got into the first dungeon after I don't know how long. I'm not going to say because hopefully the recording isn't super long to this point. Now I think the mod says, or I keep saying mod, the ROM hack is 3 or 4 dungeons, or maybe it's 4 or 5. Now it looks like we can't damage these guys, or at least we can't damage them yet. I love the fact that time stops when you go upstairs in A Link to the Past. Like everyone just waits patiently for you. Now before we leave this room, I think I'll make sure I explore everywhere. What on earth is that guy? Okay, so he's like a pumpkin skeleton with a cannon. Hopefully we can get some more life from one of these. There we go. Now, I can assume this is the boss door key chest thing, which we'll probably get some sort of item from. So this pumpkin guy seems to have a flail, is it called? I think they're called flails. I vaguely remember these from A Link to the Past, and I remember hating this type of enemy. How much health does this guy have? Is there a Goomba stack hidden inside his body? Is that why he's got so much health? I was hoping that guy would have a key, but it seems that I wasn't so lucky. Now I think to lift up those things you need like one of the upgrade items. I think it's called the power glove, or power something, that allows you to lift up heavier things. I don't remember seeing these guys when I was in this room before. On a slightly different note, is it supposed to be honey that's on the floor, or is it like a pumpkin jam? Or I should say, I guess jelly, if you speak American English. You say jelly, we say jam. I mean, to me, jelly is the thing that wobbles. Jam is the thing you put on bread or toast. I mean, okay, toast is bread, but you get what I'm saying. Please get out the way, evil walking pumpkins. Okay, it was just a rupee in the end, but rupees are actually pretty useful in early Zelda games. You kind of need them. I wonder if I can kill these pumpkin guys with a pot. Or I should say, skull. Nope. Now that is a bombable wall, and luckily we have bombs. I am surprised that the first dungeon has a mandatory bombable wall, as they can be quite easy to miss. Although in this case it's between 2 pillars and it kind of makes sense. I think I'll switch back to the lantern just in case I need it. It only takes 2 to kill the flail guys. I think I killed one earlier with pots, but that was before I attacked it with a sword. I think I'll just remember, always kill the flail guys with the pots, because otherwise it takes forever. I'm hoping the sword upgrades can come fairly soon. So it looks like we're not getting any further this way, so we've got to go the other way. Another flail guy. Get a load of this. What's that from? Who says get a load of this over and over again? It's definitely from a video game, but I just can't remember which one. And now I have no idea of where to go. It seems that this door doesn't open yet. I feel like I'm missing an item I should already have, and that maybe the item isn't in the dungeon. Because now I think about it, the lantern wasn't inside the dungeon, but I did need it to progress. So maybe I'm missing an item that's somewhere nearby? I could also just be stupid though. That is a real possibility.
A few minutes later.
What? I could have swore that I killed everything in this room last time. Apparently not. Now if I remember correctly, I think I needed a key for the other side. Wait, so that chest wasn't for killing all the enemies in the room because there's another enemy there. So it must have been just for killing them all on one side? Now, that whole thing took way longer than it should have. Now, we can't seem to go further this way, and there are more of these flail guys. I really hope I just start at the start of the dungeon here, because if I start at Link's house or wherever, I am not going to be happy. Let's not be an idiot this time and just avoid that top section. Now I doubt I have to kill everything in this room because it's a really large room, and normally they do that for smaller rooms. These two blocks though do look out of place. See, that kind of skill comes with years of Zelda experience, ignoring the fact that I got lost earlier. I think it's interesting when you play these older Zelda games, or ROM hacks of older Zelda games, the focus in terms of puzzles is more, this thing looks unusual, let's interact with it. But if you compare that to say Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild, most of that is kind of like problem solving puzzles. And you know what you have to do, it's just figuring out how to do it. If you play the first Zelda game though, it's kind of stupid because there's a lot of bomb this random wall or set fire to this random bush, and you can't set fire to any others, and there's a secret behind it. But I think that's old games in general, they often have a lot of secrets that don't really make sense. It's almost like they're made with the intention to create video game magazines which tell you where the secrets are. The magic hammer. So we use that to hit the whack-a-mole looking guys. Not another one of these guys. I wonder how much damage the hammer does. If I can hit him with it. Oh, please don't let me die again. You can go away as well. Leave me alone. Are there any pots down here? Did I use them all? I think I did. You know what? I'm not going to let you guys know if I died to this or not. Instead, I'm just going to cut to me walking through that door. And save myself the potential embarrassment. Okay, so now we got these little rhino looking guys that breathe fire. But they die pretty quickly. Now maybe we have to kill everything in this room? Maybe? I don't know why I'm just hitting them with the hammer. I could just use the sword. And this leads to... Oh, okay. That is not very useful. Now I probably should check out this bit more thoroughly. And yep, it just seems to be one of those heavy rock things, which I cannot lift, unless the hammer breaks them. I am now officially stumped. I'm killing everything in this room now. Am I stupid? Is this guy wearing the Mask of Truth or something it's called from Majora's Mask? We can buy a bottle off him. Okay, that's pretty useful. Will this Cyclops ghost die already? There we go. Everyone knows in Zelda there is at least one gravestone you can push over and there's some treasure behind. Are these rats or something? I love it. Enemies that just move in a straight line and die in one hit. The bug catching net. So I think you normally use that to catch fairies, which we can use with our newly found bottle. Now I'm gonna have to stop myself there because the video is already around 22 minutes long. But no need to worry, I do end up eventually finding out what went wrong, and we do carry on with the dungeon. But that will have to wait until the next video. Thank you for watching.